Show me the Wyze Cam V4.
All right, streaming Wyze Cam V4.
Look at that, it worked. They can even hear me. I'm gonna kill my app, go into Wyze, and we're gonna select it. 2, 3, that's fast. That's fast. All right, it's that time again. Today we have one of my favorite camera companies. I have essentially every Wyze camera. I had to swap out a lot of the boxes, but I've bought almost everything that they've came out with because since about 2018, I have really liked their products. They're very, very cheap, but very, very good. They're not cheap quality. They're like great quality for a cheap price. Now today we have the new Wyze Camera V4. I was a little shocked to see this. Didn't even know about it, happened to get the email and instantly ordered one through Buy with Prime, which then weirdly enough was not going to arrive till Sunday. They had the same camera on Amazon directly, which would have arrived today on Thursday. So I canceled my order that was going to arrive on Sunday and ordered this one through Amazon. Now, first off, you're probably wondering what's the difference. I may make a full comparison video trying to show like the V3, maybe the V3 Pan, the V3 Pro, and the V4. Let me know if you want to see that, but essentially they've only did a few things. So the V3 Pro has a 2.5K resolution camera, but this one has a 2.5K QHD camera. The decibels on the siren on this one are 99 decibels. This one can support up to 0.5 terabyte of micro SD card storage without a subscription, so 512 gigabytes of micro SD card support. That's pretty nice. This one also has a spotlight, which the V3 Pro did as well, but this one also has Wi-Fi 6. It doesn't support 5 gigahertz at all, but it supports 2.4 gigahertz and Wi-Fi 6. Now I, fortunately enough, have a Wi-Fi 6E router, so maybe we'll get to see some of that. Maybe I'll save that for my next video. But today, of course, we're going to unbox it. We'll go through the setup, and I'm going to pull some clips directly from this camera to show you the audio video of this camera, and also, of course, the speaker, because the two-way audio is enhanced on the Wyze Cam V4. So click like, click subscribe, indulge in your life at indulgeclothing.com for the merch, and let's check out the Wyze Cam V4. All right, so here it is, the Wyze Cam V4 2.5K color night vision, indoor and outdoor. A little photo of it there, just Wyze on the top. The bottom just mentions some of the specs. So you can see the model is Wyze C4. Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi 6 that should be /2.4 gigahertz. Input is 5 volts, 1 amp. IP65 weather resistant. So this side mentions what's in the box, which of course I'm going to go over that with you as well. And it works with Alexa. If that, then that too. And of course my favorite, Google Home. We're going to have to try that. And this side mentions some of the features. So the color night vision, the QHD 2.5K resolution, IP65 weather resistant, which mentions Wyze outdoor power adapter is required for outdoor use. Integrated spotlight, two-way audio, 24/7 recording, which also mentions micro SD card sold separately, motion and sound detection, instant notifications, remote live viewing, and then you can get full length event recording, person, pet, and vehicle detection, and view cameras in the web browser with the subscription service, which with these cameras I would never recommend. Just buy your micro SD card and let it record 24/7. You can always find what you need there. And the back just kind of shows classic night vision, color night vision, talking about the night vision with a little photo of it on the house. So let's open up our Wyze Cam V4. It's been a while since I've had a Wyze product, and it should be traditional. Look at that, traditional Wyze. I love it. Little quick start guide here. Of course, they always have one of those. Then we can slide our camera out. Oh, it's still attached. Why are they doing that? That one I don't understand. All right, let's get the camera out of this little cardboardness. And we'll go ahead and check out the other things. So, is it USB-C? Probably not, being 1 amp. No, it is still micro USB. So they are saving that 10 cents on the micro USB there. Very, very interesting. Okay. I was thinking this would be USB-C personally. And a little sticker for mounting, little plate for mounting. They used to actually say Wyze, they don't anymore. Then screws for mounting your plate. And then lastly, your included Wyze power adapter. And that's it for the box. here is the Wyze Cam V4. I really do think I'm gonna make a full comparison with like all their newer cameras. I did it once before, so ooh, it feels a little different. It's not like it's got like texture to it now. Peel that on off. So they still attach the cable on the back. No idea why they're doing that. That part I can say I truly don't understand. There's your speaker. Used to be like a W design. They got rid of that. This is the front though with your camera lens. It does say Wyze right there at the top. Spotlight up here. Wyze Cam V4. And then the traditional little, wow, this is a much stronger stand. At least, wow. Or this one's just really tight, but this stand seems way better than the other ones. The other ones always felt so flimsy, but this seems good and strong. Nicely done. And then of course your setup button on the bottom and your micro SD card slot, which looks to be actually nicely protected now. Very nice. Yeah, that's an improvement. I can say my first impressions is there's some improvement here in this whole mechanism for mounting it. Like I know I could leave this and it would stay, and just it feels stronger in general. So very nice. So that's the unboxing. We're gonna hook this up. We're gonna get out my phone and we'll show you how to set up the Wyze Cam V4. Then of course I'll make a daytime clip, make a nighttime clip, and of course we'll see how much better this speaker is. So let's do that now. So first things first, you'll need the Wyze app. Just go into the App Store or Google Play Store and you should be able to find the Wyze app. Now, once you're in the Wyze app, we got to plug it up first. Let's see, is this cable any longer? It looks a little longer, but probably not. I believe it's about the same. I'm 5'8". This is about a 6-foot power cable. Of course, plug this into your power brick, plug your power brick into power, which I have here behind my desk. And then before I plug this in, we're gonna pop in this Class 10 micro SD card. Now, essentially any Class 10 micro SD card should work. I normally recommend Micro Center micro SD cards. I've been running them in all of my Wyze cameras for years. Literally at this point, 5 years, some of them have been running absolutely no issues. This is a SanDisk 32 gig. It will support up to 512 gigabytes. So don't forget that. It can support a half a terabyte. So we'll go ahead and slide this in. Oh, my nail's not long enough. There we go. And cover that back up. I don't know where I'm going to put this yet. I don't really have I guess I might put it on my back deck. That's one area that I needed a better camera. So, all right. Then we just take our micro USB cable and plug in to here like so. And there we go. We got a little red light. So that means it is booting up. Gonna set it over here. Now that red light is flashing. That's normally a good sign. So now from our Wyze app here, we will add this camera in. So we'll just click our plus sign up here. We'll select add device. We'll select cameras. And then there it is right at the top. Look at all these cameras. But Wyze Cam V4, plug it into your outlet, done. And then press the setup button. So that's underneath here. Just
ready to connect.
Now that I've pressed the setup button, I can say it said ready to connect, begin setup, and now it actually uses Bluetooth. So it should just be able to find it via Bluetooth and make it a lot smoother process. Look at that, see? Select your Wi-Fi network, put in your Wi-Fi password, connect.
Connection is in progress. Please wait.
Look how quick that was. That's so much better than the old ones, trying to get the QR code on your screen and try to scan it. I really, really like this Bluetooth setup. So I was about to say I'm going to let it do its thing, but it's already done. So
setup completed.
I'm going to leave the name as Wyze Cam V4 and click next. And now, there it is. Now I do not want this. I think if I swipe, there we go. You swipe back, you can kind of skip that and then skip and finish. Now it's giving me some installation tips, and there we go. We are all set. Firmware update, so we'll go ahead and run that. And once this update completes, we'll come back, we'll look through the app for some settings, and then I'll show you those audio video clips. All right, we are up to date. We'll select done. We got a new badge. I did not get a sticker though. That makes me sad, probably because I didn't order it from Wyze, but oh well. And so there we go, Wyze Cam V4, and that's essentially what it looks like. So it already sees our SD card, because if I click SD card, it's already got a little bit of footage in here from where I've just added it. Now, there's a lot going on in the screen, and there's this little extra window here, which is like, it's supposed to be smart focus. I'm not really a fan of it, so I turned that off. This will, of course, take a photo for you. This will record a video clip, like if you're watching and you want to record something. You got your siren, your time lapse. You can turn off the camera, your album. Let's try the siren. Okay, and that's really it for this section, essentially. I hate that green thing too. Let me fix that. Let's go into settings. Now we got our name, detection settings. So this is where you can turn your detection sensitivity up, your sound sensitivity, etc. Your event recordings, you can turn those on for motion and for sound. And then your recording cooldown. My recording type is thumbnail. So, you know, to get video, you have to pay. But from the thumbnail, I can then select the SD card and it like just opens it right up. It works really, really smooth. Now, alarm settings. These aren't too bad to have enabled. Spotlight settings. So I can turn the spotlight on when the camera detects motion. Schedule sunset to sunrise. That's a pretty nice thing to have. And it'll stay on, wow, for 15 seconds, 3 minutes. I'd at least want it on for like 3 minutes. And then brightness level. There's low, best for indoor use, and high, best for outdoor use. It is on right now. Now, advanced settings. You can see I have the micro SD card in here and it is set to continuous. This card gets used a whole lot, so that's why there's so much storage already taken up. Night vision is set to auto. Infrared lights, camera status light, I normally turn those off. That way you don't have a bright blue light showing everybody where your camera is. Record sound, timestamp, and logo, those are fine. Now, accessories. It says that it works with the light socket. I don't have one anymore to show, but it mentions it at least. And then your rules, sharing it with another account, which you won't get access to the micro SD card if you share it. So if you want somebody to be able to view the micro SD card, just give them your login. It shouldn't be that big of a deal if you're living in the same house. And that's really it. Restart camera, restart services, and delete device is it for your settings. So let's, of course, try some things out. How can I, hold on, motion tagging. That should get rid of that annoying. There we go. No more annoying green jumping around this. So I will show you here. In the corner is your resolution. So HD 360p or 2K. Not sure why it's not at least 720, but hey, we'll leave that on 2K. This will turn on your spotlight, of course. That's how you can talk to the camera. And if I turn my volume down, I can unmute it, and now it would be able to hear me. So let me take a photo with this. Let's kind of angle it here. Wow, that's a pretty clear picture. Very nice. All right, let me throw my deuces. All right, image saved to device. And then lastly, of course, we'll click our record button, which, wow, that's much bigger. I like that. Starts a recording, and I can say this. This is a 2.5K resolution audio video test on the Wyze Cam V4. And for the fun of it, let's stop that recording. So it should have saved that. I actually want to try something. I want to dumb this down to 360p. And then let's do the same thing. Let's record. This is a 360p resolution audio video test on the Wyze Cam V4. And then lastly, let's bump it up to HD and record. This is a HD audio video test on the Wyze Cam V4. And then we'll switch this back over to 2K. There we go. So the only other thing to show you is the full screen view here. As you know, you kind of get all of your options around here, your spotlight, your microphone and stuff. Everything's still there, just in a wider view. Other than that, let's try a little speed test. So I'm gonna kill my app, go into Wyze, and we're gonna select it. 2, 3, that's fast. That's fast. Now, my living room camera here is an older Pan V3. Look at how that one loads. And there is an access point in this living room that's hardwired, so it should be pretty fast. And let's try the laundry room. This is a V3 camera, which it's the furthest away. Not too bad, but still nothing compared to how quick. I mean, it's already there instantly. Wow. This is my Wi-Fi camera outside. Let's jump back in. I mean, that's really fast. Nice job on the speed there. So the only other thing to show you is the speaker test. Let's see how loud this speaker is. Be right back. This is a speaker test on the Wyze Cam V4. This is a speaker test on the Wyze Cam V4. I gotta say, I could hear that all the way in my living room where I was recording it at, which is a good like 30 feet from here. So this speaker seems very, very loud. So let's throw in a nighttime audio video test right here. And so this would essentially be a nighttime audio video test on the Wyze Cam V4. I can say this night vision looks pretty darn amazing from what I'm seeing. I think that'll do it for this video. And I almost forgot, it's integrated with my Google Home, so cool. Sync devices.
All right, syncing devices for 16 providers. 2 things aren't available. You might want to try setting them up again.
So now, I just did my nighttime test in the restroom. Let's see if my Google Home will show it on a Google Home with a screen. All right, let's try this with my Google Hub. Cool. Show me the Wyze Cam V4.
All right, streaming Wyze Cam V4.
Look at that, it worked. They can even hear me. All right, very nice. So I just had to test that to see if it would work, and it actually worked. So very nice job, Wyze. I know that's been very hit or miss in the past. So my first impressions of the new Wyze Cam V4. This brand new is a $34.99 security camera. And you're getting some stellar features for $34.99. A half a terabyte of storage would probably be, I would say, 128 gigabytes gives you about 10 to 12 days. That's of 1080p. So if you times that by 4, you basically get your 512. So you'd be looking at 48 days, but then cut that in half because it's 2.5. I'd say you'd get 24 to 30 days, depending. That's a rough estimate. You'd have about a month worth of recording on your micro SD card at 512 gigs. The picture quality looks absolutely stellar. The speaker sounds a million times better. The nighttime video also sounds amazing. I definitely give this camera 2 big thumbs up, and it's a big improvement, in my opinion, over the Wyze Cam V3, which at this point, shockingly, time flies, was 4 years old. So I guess it was time for a V4. The V3 Pro is also great, but this one is definitely a little bit better, and for 35 bucks, you can't beat it. So of course, I'll have one of these linked down below in my description if you'd like to grab a Wyze Cam V4 for yourself. And I think that'll do it for today's video. As I mentioned, I'll probably be coming back here in a week or so with a full comparison of the V4 versus the V3 Pro versus the V3, and probably even like the V3 Outdoor or something, and probably the V3 Pan, to try to compare all of their top cameras to one another to see kind of what we can see in terms of speed and speaker and camera quality. So click like, click subscribe, indulge in your life at indulgeclothing.com for the merch. We'll see you in the next one. Deuces.